told you that in this next month, the month that is March 2024, everything is gonna change on all 3 games. We're gonna get 3 status quo shifts on the Crew 1, 2, and Motorfest, all within 1 month. This is about to be the biggest month ever in the Crew's history. And it's all coming up in March 2024. And it all begins on the Crew Motorfest, happening first out of... Actually, no, it's not happening first. That's a lie, I think. Happening on March 13th, now confirmed by Ivory Tower. We are getting the first update in the game. That's a proper long-term update. The first update of 2024. The first update, presumably, after they've gotten all the advice from the first Hoonigan update. This is the first time they've actually got a chance to make this game good or not. Hoonigan, because it was all based on a car brand, essentially, the cars felt repetitive. It just felt like it was all Hoonigan stuff. The island was nice, but forgettable. The playlist, I think even they realized that playlists weren't enough. And this is why I think we are going to be getting this next update with changes that hopefully they've listened to the community about. Because when I interviewed them, when I interviewed the developers of Ivory Tower, of the Crew, they told me that it was 1 playlist and update. In fact, I asked them, oh, so you mean 1 playlist every 3 months? And they corrected me. They were adamant it was 1 playlist per update, not 3 months. Well, just 1 update in, they've instantly gone back on that with the Drift playlist. Because, of course, you may know, halfway through the last update, they added the Drift playlist, which makes me think they realized people need more content than just 1 playlist and update. Quick cut to Sid in editing. This is also an update that is important when it comes to the wheel mode controversy, the one where everyone's cheating, quote unquote, the whole thing about the wheel software exploit thing. I've made videos if you're confused about what I'm talking about. Well, Ivory Tower, someone works at Ivory Tower, did mention in a Discord server that they're cooking something, and that was about a month ago. So we're likely to see this something appear in this next update. This next update is gonna be the answer to what they're cooking in regards to the wheel mode update, the wheel mode controversy. This will be the wheel mode update, so that'll also be important, making this even more of a meaningful update. So hopefully that follows, and we get even more listening to the community updates when it comes to Season 3. But here's the question. What do you guys expect for Season 3 of the Crew Motorfest? Well, you can leave yours in the comments, but here's some quick ideas from my YouTube live stream chat. If you didn't know, I record a lot of these streams live, so you can subscribe normally. But if you want to catch the live streams, subscribe with notifications on. Update Demo Royale. Yes. 10 times over, yes. This mode has been so neglected. More PvP. Ranked PvP. That's an interesting one. More luxury performance-oriented cars. S63 AMG Benz. Ferrari playlist. Yeah. I mean, more playlists. My opinion, 1 playlist a month. They don't all have to be related. I feel like there's an issue with that as well. They didn't have to do a Drift playlist for this last one they added. Then it just felt like we got 2 Drift playlists. They don't have to be related. In fact, instead, they can just be vaguely connected. They could have done a rally playlist, which so many people have been asking for, but they could have done a rally playlist and used the Hoonigan rally cars in that playlist. So then it's nothing to do with Hoonigan, but it's vaguely connected because it's using its cars. More brand-related playlists. You can use brand playlists to fill up the months. So if we're gonna get 3 playlists, an update, 1 playlist a month, then do brand playlists. Do lazy playlists like the Drift one we just got. Stories, I mean, just more concepts from the Crew 2 would be nice. I feel like playlists need more unique concepts. Imagine a playlist where instead of challenges, this playlist has stories. Just the one playlist, a unique idea. Maybe a Mad Update style playlist where the actual events are similar to Stuntman Ignition, an old school game I played recently, and the challenges are like the Mad Skills from the Crew 2. A chase playlist, an agency playlist, anything. And some people said more islands, an island expansion, custom race creator. Yeah, sure. But what if I told you we already got our first teaser for this upcoming update in the Crew Motorfest. Head over and follow me on Twitter, as well as any of my socials. They're on screen right now. Check out any of my other socials if you're on those platforms or interested in any of those. This, I quote tweeted, is the first teaser for Season 3. We got a film reel of some sort with a purple color scheme. It's a film reel of this image here. Then we have a film reel with the M on it. This is likely the actual M design for the playlist. That's what they did for Hoonigan. They teased the actual style of the M. Now, does this confirm what I said? Kind of. I didn't expect them to lean this much into the film aspect of it. And what they say is filming will begin on Season 3, March 13th. That's when the Season 3 releases. So it seems more like Season 3 is gonna be about filming an action movie rather than an action movie. So I was technically wrong. So March is the month we get the first update that means something in the Crew Motorfest. So what's going on in the Crew 2? I'm here to tell you that as well. The Crew 2, you could argue something much bigger is happening than the Crew Motorfest. The Crew Motorfest might just be getting its first meaningful update, but the Crew 2 is getting its last meaningful update. That's right. The Crew 2, a game that has ran since 2018, a game that built my channel, a game that provided me the job I have today, a game I have 5,000 hours on. A game that I've been playing since 2018 and then started doing content on since 2020, actually. This game is getting its final update. You built your channel, not the Crew 2? Very kind. We have not a single another update confirmed for this game. They have never left it this late to confirm more updates. And March, a week before Motorfest, we get whatever the next update is. We know way less about this update because they don't bother promoting. They don't bother posting. They don't bother doing anything. In fact, likely what this update is going to be another mad style update. I expect hopefully something at least slightly new. Other than that, nothing. Other than that, absolutely nothing. The most I expect really is a couple new cars. But hopefully I'm proven wrong. Hopefully we get a big send-off to the Crew 2 specifically. What do you guys think should be in the Crew 2's last update? Should they add the Supra? An offline patch? Hey, that'd be nice, you know? That'd be nice to get an offline patch before the game actually goes fully offline, while they still care about the game at least a little. There will be a new round of summits, and really, we're gonna see what the final game looks like, what the Crew's end of life looks like, how the summits are gonna work during this end of lifetime. Presumably, we'll get just the same way it's been going already. All the summit cars are gonna return in order. When they finish, they'll just start from the beginning. And every other summit is gonna be a returning summit. So no new I didn't click leave. All of the Motor Pass cars are also gonna be returning in this next update. Because of course, there's nothing more left. It's gonna be those cars come to the game, and then that's it. Here you can see March 6th is when this final update happens. March 6th is the moment we get the final update for the Crew 2. What else can I talk about? What else can I mention for the Crew 2? We also know that it's gonna be 4 months long, but we don't know the theme, we don't know the name, we don't know the cars, we don't know what to expect, and all of the cars added in this next update are all gonna come to the Crew Motorfest in the 4th update, in June, roughly. Also, before we leave the Crew 2, can we get a moment of silence for the Motor Pass man? He started this game, he's in the first cutscene as the live man. He introduces you and Hero to the racing scene. Then, his company gets bought out by Motorflix. First, he gives us contracts. He's the loyal man giving us crew credits every single day. Then, he gives us, well, the Motor Pass. Look, Live got bought out by Motorflix, okay? Netflix bought GoPro, alright? So, then he starts being the Motor Pass man. doesn't do anything, but stands there with a Motorflix t-shirt, advertises on his bus, and then with the release of Mad, in this economy, they fired him. They fired him and evicted him from his bus. And they repossessed the bus. I hope they give you your bus back. I'd be mad too, frankly. But you know what's really been making players mad recently? The Crew won. Well, the saddest of them all. The Crew won. In March 2024, the Crew 1 is getting shut down. It's getting the same treatment as the Motor Pass Man, in fact. The Crew 1, a game people paid for, a game people have the physical disc of, or paid £70 on launch, or bought it later, cheaper, but paid for nonetheless. An entire game made by an entire studio with the entire of the US, bite size, is being shut down. No matter if you paid for this game, it will no longer be playable. And they have said nothing to an offline patch. A patch where they make it so the game can be played offline. Can be played without an internet connection. But nope, they designed this game at the start to be only playable online. Buggy as hell, clearly. And when they shut those servers off, you're no longer going to be able to play this game ever again. F in chat for the Crew 1 indeed. The worst thing is, it was found recently, not even recently, but in the files, it was found that they were planning an offline mode, but then didn't. An offline mode is also possible because the entirety of the prologue is offline. All they have to do is extend that technology to the rest of the game. Clearly, there is no need for an internet connection if the entirety of the prologue is offline. Yes, the PvP won't work anymore, but yes, they could potentially patch this game to actually work offline. This is the most Ubisoft thing imaginable. Honestly, it goes very well paired with the time the CEO said people need to be comfortable with not owning their games. Really easy patch, by the way. I can code it in like 5 minutes. Well, a team of 300 people at Ivory Tower can't, apparently. Also, I was at a physical game retailer the other day. They were selling copies of the Crew 1 for like £2. £4, actually. £4 for a game you can't play anymore on March 31st, 2024. The Crew Motorfest gets its first meaningful update, March 2024. The Crew 2 gets its last update, March 2024. And the Crew 1 gets shut down forever, March 2024. Unless some modders can step in and create an offline patch. This is about to be the biggest month in the Crew's history. Thank you to popular members, especially thanks to famous members, and an insane thank you to star members, Danimal, the Manimal, Grim Pepper, and Extreme Speed, and an insane top of the top thank you to icon members, HK and Extreme Speed again.